Please give it up for Miles Otway.
What's going on? How you lot doing? You alright? Yes. Did you think I was gonna be black when you said London? No, you didn't. No. Yeah, man. I am from London. Have anyone ever been to London? Yeah, it's a cool city. It's a cool little city. Living in America, whenever I speak, people are very, very shocked that I have an English accent. And it's funny because people always say to me things like, "Oh, wow, everything you say sounds so smart." And I think to myself, you don't know how stupid I actually am. And but you will by the end of this story. So I was never really good at academia, really and truly. Like, I was never really like the best in school. And what used to happen to me is that, like, every time I would have a parent-teacher conference, my teachers would always say to my parents, "Miles would do so much better if he just stopped talking." Now, I never found out if that was true because I love to talk. I really do. I mean, I do it kind of for a living now. So who's laughing now, Miss Berry? She's not dead. I don't know why I looked her up. She's very much alive. But yeah, man, so I eventually managed to make it to university, all right? And when I was in university, I decided to study politics with a minor in accounting and economics. Now, I was terrible at maths, so I don't know why I decided to do economics and accounting. Actually, no, tell a lie, I do know why. I did it for the same reason that any man does something that he doesn't know how to do. I did it for a woman, yeah. That woman just so happened to be my mother. Yeah. And I didn't know if any of you know this, but my mother was black, all right? And so the stakes were high. I didn't want to disappoint her, you know? Anybody have a black mother in here? Never mind, don't worry, we'll move on. But yeah, man, so my parents emigrated from the Caribbean. And I don't know if you know about immigrant parents, but immigrant parents, they have high standards, you know? Caribbean parents, not so much, they're pretty chiller, you know? They just want you to make sure that you don't get into drugs or gangs or stand-up comedy or any of those kind of things, you know? I went out free and bad, you know what I mean? So I went off to university and I was studying these two subjects and I realized quite quickly I was never gonna pass all three of these subjects, right? Politics I was fine at, but economics and accounting, as I mentioned before, maths, very bad at, right? So I decided I'm gonna throw economics to the side, I'm gonna fail it, whatever. I'm gonna study for accounting. I'm gonna really go in on the accounting, right? I realized that I was very bad at accounting, so I knew that the only way I was ever gonna pass the final exam was that I was gonna have to cheat. Now, I don't know, if you know this, but even though I was very bad at maths in school and stuff like that, I actually never had cheated before. I never cheated before. I always just went in there, I was like, screw it, whatever happens, happens. But this one, there was a lot on the line, right? So I was like, I'd seen people cheat in exams before. I'd seen them get caught with pieces of paper. I'd seen people write on their hands. I'd seen people, everything like that. And I saw them get whisked away, never to be seen again. And I think to myself sometimes, I'm like, I wonder if they're lying in a ditch with some unbranded vodka thinking, where did it all go wrong? You know what I mean? And honestly, I was going out like that, okay? So I was like, all right, I have to think of a genius plan. What can I do to cheat in this exam where no one will ever catch me? And then a genius idea hit me, all right? A genius idea. It wasn't a genius idea, it was an okay idea. It was a bad idea. And so I decided that what I was gonna do is that I was going to write notes on my penis. Yes. Pretty smart, I thought, anyway. So the plan was, right, that I was gonna go to the urinal and I was like, because I'd also never been to the bathroom during an exam before as well, never. I just never really needed to. But I'd seen people, the examiner comes over, takes them to the bathroom, takes them inside and whatever, blah, blah, blah. So I was thinking, all right, listen, if I go and I get taken to the bathroom by the examiner, I can stand up at the urinal and he'll be there and he'll never see me do anything because I'll just be looking down here, right? Foolproof plan, that's what I thought anyway. Now, listen, I don't know if you've ever tried to write on your willy before, but it is tricky, okay? So here I am right now to give you some tips on how to write on your pecker, okay? So, all right, strap in. You didn't know you was gonna learn something today, did you, sir? Okay. All right, so first of all, I bet you're asking, Miles, do you have to be hard or soft? Okay, let me answer that question, all right? Okay? First of all, you don't want to get an erection, all right? And write on it as an erection, because then you have to get an erection again to be able to read it. Right? And you can't be at the urinal like no, it's just like, you know what I mean? Because that is like worse than being like caught cheating, I think, personally. You know what I mean? Plus, like, you know, if you do it like that, then all the words like condense together like an accordion when it gets small again, and you don't want to be playing folk music to try and finger your asses. You know what I mean? So, also, you said, can you write on it soft? No, you can't write on it soft because you need to maximize as much space as you possibly can. You know what I'm saying? So, you need to get a semi, all right? So if you would like some tips on how to get a semi, ma'am, this is how you do it. Like, you think of someone kind of beautiful, like maybe a Halle Berry, and you go in and you're like, all right, and then you throw in a Mitch McConnell just in case you don't get too hard, and then you're like and then you're in stasis, and then you're ready to do it. What pen do you use? That's a great question. Thank you for asking. Okay. So first of all, this is very important, all right? You don't want to use anything too sharp, all right? So something like a fountain pen or anything like that is definitely out, okay? Because you'd be shredding yourself up like, you know what I mean? Look like you got a blowjob from Jaws. Like, it's not necessary. Also, a fountain pen in this economy? Come on, man. What? Also, you don't want to use anything too thick like a marker, because once again, you want to maximize the amount of room. Plus, you don't want to get it smudged, you know what I'm saying? So, I can feel the suspense building. It is a ballpoint pen, yes. No pun intended. But so what you want to do, right? You have to press quite hard. It is quite painful. So it will hurt. But honestly, if you're not willing to suffer for your art, then what the fuck are you even doing here? Do you know what I mean? So I was thinking, I was like, what color should I use? And then I thought to myself, that's right, people with dark skin don't get colored tattoos, right? For a reason, because that shit doesn't show up, you know what I mean? So I had to use black. Black is your friend, black is reliable, and of course black, don't crack. So I was like, all right, cool. Wrote on it, and then, and I guess you're wondering like what I wrote, right? Okay, cool, well, let me tell you, this is what I wrote. Did you think I was gonna memorize this? I didn't memorize this for an exam. You think I was gonna do this for you fucks? Absolutely not. So this is what I wrote down. I wrote, beginning retained earnings, plus income taxes payable, plus current portion of debt, plus current liabilities, plus contributed capital, plus accounts payable, plus expenses, plus assets, plus revenue, plus dividends. I don't know what you're thinking right now. Wow, this guy must have a huge payday. But if I'm gonna be really honest, I did have to shorten it. Just to BRE plus ITP plus CPD plus CL plus CC plus AP plus E plus A plus R plus D. How does anyone ever pass these exams? You know what I mean? You can take that there. There you go, darling. You take that. It might make you some money someday. Now that you understand like how to do this, I want to let you know, like, let's get back to the story, okay? So, I'm in the exam. It's happening. I'm sitting there. The pressure is on. I'm floundering in this exam, by the way. I'm thinking to myself, damn, I wish I had chosen drama instead of this, right? And I'm sitting there thinking, okay, now is the time. So I'll put my hand up. The guy comes over to me, slowly and pissed off, like I have done something wrong. You know what I mean? I was like, sir, this is my exam. Why are you so miserable to take me to the bathroom? Anyway, whatever. So he takes me to the bathroom, and it felt like the longest walk of my entire life. It felt like I was walking the Green Mile. And literally everyone is like looking up at me as I walk by, because they knew I was going to cheat. You know what I mean? Who needs to go to the toilet in a 45-minute exam? You know what I mean? Like, they knew, man. They knew. Like, damn. So anyway, now I'm walking now. It's getting the pressure's on. I get to the door. I'm like, oh God, here it goes. I push the door open. I walk in, and the door closes behind me. And I turn around, and I have this sickening realization. The examiners don't come in the bathroom with you? And when I went in there, the worst part is that everybody was in the bathroom with pieces of paper cheating. And I was like, what the fuck? I risked penis pen poisoning for this shit. I didn't know if penis pen poisoning is a real thing, but if it was, I think they should call it ink ejaculation. I think that'd be quite nice. But yeah, I was pissed. These guys were all taking the piss, and then I decided to take a piss. So I went in there, the plan starts, right? I'm in there, get down, zip it out, zip out. I'm like, all right, let's go. And then I realized I can't really read my own handwriting. I'm struggling, I'm twisting, I'm turning, I'm everything like that. I'm like, oh no! And I turned to the guy next to me and I was like, hey, is this a B or a D? And he didn't answer me. I was like, oh, fine, fuck you, Belland. If you don't know, a Belland is an English word for the tip of your penis. And I would not advise writing on that bit. It's very soft and very, wouldn't do that. So, so I'm in there, all right, I said, cool, I get my equation. Eventually, I do it, and I go back to my seat, and I finish the rest of my exam, and I'm like, and I do it, and I'm writing everything, and I feel good about it. The exam's over, and all I can think to myself is, my mum's gonna be so proud. She's gonna be telling her friends, her son's an accountant. I'm gonna make money someday. Like, it's gonna be a good life. I'm gonna have a Lamborghini and shit. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. Anyways, long story short, I failed that exam. Yeah, man. 20%. Yeah. 20%. Yeah, man. Yeah. Turns out accounting is more than just one formula, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, it's fucked up. It's fucked up, man. It's fucked up. But in my defense, the exam was very hard, right? And I clearly was not hard enough. So, yeah. Oh. Fuck. Something I was gonna say and I can't remember what it is. Fuck. Hold on, let me check my cheat sheet. Still can't read my own writing. Okay, thank you so much. My name is Miles. Thank you so much.